If you're an entrepreneur or small business owner, or you planning to be, and you're watching this video, you probably already faced the hardship of trying to get funding for your business. If you hadn't faced the hardship, it's something you're gonna face in the future, especially if you're not cash flowing big amounts. And I'm talking about per week or per month. And the reason I wanna talk about this is because I feel like it's not talked about enough. Whenever I was coming up, before I actually got a feel of the business life, the entrepreneur life, I always heard about funding for small business owners, like through SBA loan or a business line of credit. And I'm like, oh, okay. This was my thought process before I actually learned all of this stuff. I was like, I just come up with a business plan, business idea. I reach out to them, tell them I need funding. They give me the funding, and then boom, the business is up and running. No, that's not how it works, y'all. That's not how it works. So if you're watching this video and you hadn't got started yet, no. This is how it works. I'll just go over it briefly. So whatever you doing business-wise, you have to already be cash flowing. It's kind of like reaching out to people for funding when you just need a little bit more money. Not when you need the whole project funded to where you ain't got no money to start out. You just got the idea and you like, hey, I need money. Could you fund me? No, that's not how it works. You have to already be cash flowing some amount of money in order to receive some funding through an SBA loan and also a business line of credit. And nobody really tell you that. I mean, I know nobody told me that. Everything I learned lesson wise when it came to being a small business owner, I had to learn the hard way because I wasn't taught this. It's something I wasn't educated on. And I'm not one of them people that be like, oh, I got to protect my energy. No, I like sharing my life, my journey with y'all while I'm on my entrepreneur journey. So as y'all know, right now, I currently own a Uber fleet of SUVs that I rent out to rideshare drivers. That's not a business I want to stay in. That's something that I'm using right now to cash flow to go on to the next business venture, which I want to own a fleet of dump trucks. And how this whole thing work, whenever you're a small business owner or entrepreneur, whatever you cash flowing at the moment, it could be a good amount. You can be cash flowing 2 to 3, maybe $5K a week. But it's never a good idea to take that money that you cash flowing and invest it into another business venture and start a new business venture. No, because any given moment, anything could go wrong, right? Something can break down in your business and you just took all your money and invested it into another business venture. Now you don't have money to keep the other business going. So the best way when you're starting out as an entrepreneur, or like you got one thing up and running or two things up and running, and you want to start something new to get more streams of income, you always want to go to OPM, other people money, which that's something I learned, and I kind of already knew this to the T. So on my journey, I'm like, okay, I'm doing this over here. I'm doing my little thing over here, but I want to try something new. I want something that's kind of like recession proof, that's going to be operating 24/7. And I ain't got to worry about a pandemic or something putting me out of business. So I thought about the trucking industry. Trucks run 24/7. So people need trucks no matter what industry you in. Some type of truck is delivering you products and goods. So I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna go towards the trucking industry. So I'm like, how could I do this? I'm already cash flowing. I'm doing all right for myself, but how could I get started and buy my first piece of equipment, which is a dump truck? So I went the business line of credit route. That didn't work because I didn't understand it fully. So how a business line of credit work is they only give you a certain percentage off whatever you have in your bank account. I'll give y'all an example. I currently bank with Chase. Chase is a good bank, especially if you're getting started, small business owner, but it's pros and cons to it because yes, it's little to no money to get started to bank with them, but whenever you want additional funding, it's tough. They make it seem easy in the beginning, like, oh yeah, like you apply, you'll get it. Like, don't get me wrong, they might give you a little business credit card for $4,000 or $5,000. That's cool, but whenever you're a small business owner, you need more funding because you'll use up $2,000 to $5,000 very quickly. But going back to it, I went to Chase. I said, hey Chase, I got this business plan. I want to start up this dump truck company. They said, okay, cool. How the business line of credit works is we take your whatever you have currently in your bank account and we tax it about 10%. So I'll give y'all an example. Let's say I have 40K in my account, right? And I'm requesting 150K that I need to start this new business venture. Chase gonna say, no, we can't give you the whole 150K business line of credit. We only can give you 10% of whatever you have in your account. So if I have 40,000 in my account, Chase only gonna give me $4,000. Ain't that crazy? Whenever they set me down, me and my business partner, whenever they set us down and they was going over all this stuff, I was just like, what? They was, whenever I first started with them, they was telling me like, you can get a business line of credit up to 150K. And I was just like, okay, cool. I mean, I know I got to have skin in the game. I got to be cash flowing, but I didn't know I damn near had to have $1 million in my account just to get, or 1.5 million in my account just to get 150,000, which is crazy. If I already got 1.5 million in my account, why would I come to y'all for a business line of credit? I wouldn't need your help to help me fund my project. Now going to the SBA. The SBA loan is pretty much the same thing. Each one of these things have their own pros and cons to it, their own gimmicks. So when I went to SBA loan route, they told me my LLC wasn't old enough, which I'm gonna let y'all know now. Hey, if you currently have a LLC and it hadn't been established for 2 years, you probably gonna not get approved or accepted for a lot of stuff unless you cash flowing a big amount or big amounts. I'm telling y'all, this is the honest, brutal truth. If you have a LLC and you hadn't been established for minimum 2 years, it's gonna be hard for you to pretty much do anything, which sucks because as a small business owner, your goal is to grow. Even if you cash flowing, you need additional income or whatever to keep your business growing, which they make it so tough for you starting out, which is fine. That's just the harsh truth, harsh reality. But they told me, hey, your LLC need to be 2 years old. Keep in mind, y'all, it was damn near. So I started my LLC back in 2023 of June. I applied for this in May. So this was last month. We currently in June now. So this month, June, is officially 2 years. But literally 1 month away, y'all couldn't approve me for this loan. And also they had a amount you have to make. So whatever amount you request that you want for funding, you have to make, or you have to have a certain percentage of that in your bank account. So if you don't have those two things, 9 times out of 10, you're not going to get approved. So I just wanted to share those two things with you. If you're starting out, keep in mind, as a small business owner, entrepreneur, you have to have some type of cash flow before you apply for any additional funding. And if you watching this video and you like, oh, well, that wasn't the case for me, please let me know in the damn comment section how you got funding. Because I hear so many stories online of people saying, oh, I got funding, I got up to 100,000 starting out and I didn't have to put nothing down, or I didn't have to cash flow nothing. And I'd be like, how? Like, what am I missing? I'm getting better, I'm learning, I'm reading books, I'm trying to expand my companies, and I'm just like, how the hell they start out with no money and they end up getting 100,000 or $500,000 loan? And I be thinking like, some of these kids be online just talking, probably got parents' money or somebody that's secretly funding them, and they trying to act like they really started from nothing. So that's where I'm getting at. But if you're watching this video and you got additional funding and it wasn't from like anybody in your family or somebody that was just trying to help you out, please let me know how you did it. Please let all of us know in the comment section. But I just wanted to share that with y'all because, like I said, this is the real, the harsh, the truth over here. I want to give it to y'all raw, and I want to talk about things that people don't talk about. So I'm on my business venture right now, y'all. I want a dump truck fleet. That's what I'm focused on. Literally every day I'm working towards that. So got my rideshare fleet, then I'm gonna have my dump truck fleet. So I'll keep y'all updated throughout the process. Right now, I'm just trying to continue to cash flow high amounts because after they told me we can't approve you, that kind of pissed me off. So now I'm like, you know what? Before I ever come back to these motherfuckers again, I want to over qualify to where they can't say shit. Like, motherfucker, boom, here go 300 right now. I need an additional 5 or additional 7. So that's what I'm focused on. And then whenever I start my dump truck venture, I will make sure I come to YouTube and vlog all of it and tell y'all all about it. But with that being said, that'll be it for this video. Y'all do me a favor, like this video, share this video. Also, comment below if you in the position of trying to get funding, you struggling, or you know some secret hack, let everybody know in the comment section. Also subscribe to the channel. With that being said, I'll catch y'all next video.